Yo, guys, I almost didn't even come out here for real. Like, I genuinely was walking out of my house and I was thinking, I don't even think I should make that walk. Because after this video, I'm about to run. But literally, I was thinking, yo, I shouldn't even do it. Why am I going to do it? I look on my phone, the weather app was saying that the sunset was going to set 20 minutes ago. In my opinion, I probably captured one of the best sunsets in a while, guys, in a while. So, the main thing that I was thinking about on this walk here, because I like to be active. I was in my room for like 3 days straight. I worked out once, and something that I was thinking is I should just take action. I should just do it. Fuck it. If the sun does set and it gets nighttime, then so be it. Like, at least I'm gonna experience something else, and that's what God has in store for us. Like, your life, your vision is going to happen no matter what. If you're not doing nothing, you're not going to change anything in the future. But if you're doing things, you're going to start changing the frequency of your future. And that's like the main thing. What do you radiate? What are you giving off? Everyone has a vibe to them. Everyone has a frequency. So, if your frequency is low and you're thinking pretty bare minimum thoughts, then yeah, you're not going to really change your future. You're not going to change anything that you want to change. And even if you don't want to change, what's the point of living a life that is the same every day, every day? Your fitness, your physique isn't getting better. Your mentality is not getting better. You're living with this type of I hate life kind of thing because of the position that you're in, but you're not doing anything to change it. Your frequency is not changing anything. You need to change your frequency, and that's why people say you need to change the friend groups that you're in, because if you hang, this is actually something that I heard. If you hang in a barbershop, you will be the next person to get a haircut. If you hang in a smoke shop, you're gonna be the next person to take a hit of whatever the person in there is hitting. And that's not a bad thing either, like, the worst thing is if you're hanging around criminals, if you're hanging around people that are going in and out of jail, you will be the next one to go to jail. Like, that's just straight truth. That's just straight truth right there. But what I'm really getting at is make a fuck you statement. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. Make a fuck you statement. A statement where it's like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it. Or fuck you, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And that's most important. Like, when you can have I'm gonna stand on 10 toes, like, fuck you, I don't believe in that, I'm not gonna do it, then that shows more character than being a people pleaser. Because what's the point of being a people pleaser? Like, you're not pleasing yourself, you're pleasing other people. Like, bro, that makes no sense. And this is I always like making my videos generic. Like, I know a lot of times men are going to soak this in a lot more than women. If you're a woman and you are struggling with trying to find a better way, trying to find a good motive to continue trying to be better, or, trying to start the gym or trying to start your business, because I know it's possible for women to start their business. I know it. I've seen it firsthand. So if you're struggling as a woman, you just have to think. It's almost similar to how I speak to my men, because again, this is gender neutral. But you just almost have to think, what in life do I want? Don't just go to school because everyone is telling you go to school. You have to literally think, what do I want? What is something that I envision myself doing in the next 3 years, in the next 2 years? Like, things can happen so fast, drastic changes. That's why they're called drastic, because they're drastic. They happen so fast, so suddenly. If you're not thinking what you could do in the future, there's no point. There's no point. No goals is probably the worst thing you can even do in your whole life. So just make that change. Just to do what you feel is right, because at the end of the day, our soul feels guilt. Our soul feels guilt. And if you're not feeling guilty about the things that you're doing, one, you're doing things right. And two, you might not be doing enough. Straight like that. And another thing, guys, what is the point of caring what people tell you? What is the point of someone saying, bro, I don't like what you're doing. Who do you think you are? Like, bro, I think who I am and I am who I think. Literally, I am who I am and I am what I think. What do you think about yourself? What are you putting in your brain? Because at the end of the day, I made a video talking about having an ego. If you use egotistical tactics in your favor, you will be able to, kind of manipulate the story. And manipulation isn't a bad thing all the time. It's really not a bad thing all the time, but it's the way you use it. If you're using manipulation in a bad way to manipulate people to do bad things, that's a bad thing, of course. But if you're manipulating your mentality, if you're manipulating your story into tricking yourself to do better, bro, that is not a bad thing. You're literally doing something good with your mentality. You think you're doing something good for yourself. You're manipulating your situation. If you're in a bad situation and you don't want to be in it, bro, manipulate your mind that you have to get out of it by any means necessary. And I had someone tell me yesterday, literally, oh, what you think you're an influencer? If you were an influencer, you would have been an influencer already, bro. Life doesn't work like that. If if you wanted to be a millionaire, if you're telling yourself, yes, I'm gonna be rich, yes, I'm gonna be rich, and you're not rich yet, does that mean you're not rich? No, it just means that you're building a path to get rich. Like, I'm not trying to be an influencer and do fucking dances or whatever, bro, but I want to be influential. I want people to see me in the street one day and be like, bro, like, you actually changed my life. One day, I'm gonna have people coming up to me, dabbing me up, asking for a quick picture because I changed their life. And it's crazy because I know that there are people in my life or there are people that influenced my life to be thinking the way that I'm thinking right now. And when I do meet those people, I am literally going to shake their hand and appreciate them so much for putting these thoughts in my head because anybody can do it. Anybody has the ability to just change their direction in life. Is it easy? No. Is it hard? No. It's simple, but the process is what makes people back out. People are so short spanned attention. They have no attention to do anything. They have no goals, no drive, no nothing. Why? Because they don't see themselves waiting it out. Guys, I didn't go to school because fuck that, first of all. But I didn't go to school because I didn't see myself sitting in a classroom 4 or 5 years just to then start my career. Fuck no, guys. No. I just couldn't see myself literally studying for 4 more years, literally going through another high school phase. I did not see myself going through another phase like that in the system. Literally a system. School is a system just to start my career 5 years later. Like, bro, I don't know what your situation is. If you're in a situation where you can, I mean, I guess I don't want to say waste because I'm not gonna offend people, but you're wasting your fucking time, bro. You're wasting your time going to school. And I genuinely believe that because why are you going to go 3 years to 5 years and then start your career? If you're in a situation where you can waste those years and go to school and then start your career and then start making money, so be it. That's your life. But I didn't see myself waiting that long to start building something of myself. And, I would much rather sacrifice 1 year of my life into figuring out how to build a business and then start making something of myself rather than just going through the system. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if I would have went to school, I would have continued to party. I would have continued working a bullshit job. I would have continued smoking and I would have just been the same person, just in a different phase in my life. But I'm a whole different person in a different phase of my life. Like, actually, I'm a whole different person. I truly do believe that. I'm a whole different person, and I'm super thankful for it because I worked hard to change my mentality, and I worked hard to even have a fuck you statement because there's a lot of people that don't have that in them. So I'm turning this around just so I can have more light. But yeah, like I worked really hard to have a fuck you statement, and I worked really hard into being comfortable with that statement. I worked hard being comfortable with like telling people, I don't give a fuck what you think. I have things to do and I'm gonna do them. So at the end of the day, it really is me versus me. You know, I dropped a lot of my friends and I'm continuing to do that because we are not aligned. We're not aligned, and you don't help me become the person that I want to become. So why am I wasting my time and energy into a friendship that isn't gonna take me where I want to go? I have one fucking friend that actually makes me start thinking more about my life and more about where I want to go in my life. One friend. And it sucks because I don't hang out with him as much as I want to, but that's because he's also on his shit and he's also doing what he needs to do. And I respect that. And I'm not gonna take that against him because he's doing what he needs to do. And whenever we hang out, it's literally like nothing has ever changed. And we just talk about more things and we keep on pushing more in our life. So bro, don't be a little bitch and don't just fucking hate someone because they stop fucking hanging out with you, bro. That's a bitch mentality. That's literally like you're feeling sorry for yourself for what? Because someone is working on their life. Like, bro, you should if you really wanted to hang out with that person, you would accustom yourself into what they're doing. But again, if they're doing dog shit things and getting themselves in trouble, and you're gonna go and do what they're doing just to hang out with them, now you're stupid as fuck. Like you're literally dumb as shit for doing that. So you have to just think about who you want to be like, who you want to be similar to, who do you look up to in a friendship. If you look up to someone because of because of what they're doing, then yes, like go and do similar things as them so that you can continue being a better person. I kind of went on a little rant right there, but my main goal is just to do things like God has your path planned out, and you just have to just fucking just go and do it. Whatever it is, just do it. God has your path planned. So if you're not taking that risk, if you're not trusting God, if you're not having faith in your path, then you're gonna live scared. You're always gonna live scared and you're never gonna feel what it's like to live life. I almost did not come to this spot because I felt like I wasted my time. I felt like if I go, the sun's gonna go down already and I'm gonna have wasted my time. But guys, I just experienced a beautiful sunset. And that could happen to you if you were to just go and do what you were thinking. You might too experience that beautiful sunset. That's kind of an analogy. If you were to just go and help that one person out, God is going to return the favor by giving you something more. But you just have to do what's good. You have to do what's good. You have to do what you know is right. And then the blessings will come. And you also need to have a vision. You need to have a goal. And you need to be trying to reach that goal. Because if you're not living in a life of abundance, if you're being scarce with everything, then you're going to start failing. And God does not reward people that have nothing going on in their life. If you try to make $1 million, God will not give you that $1 million because he knows you do not know how to manage that. He knows that you won't know what to do with it. But if you're trying to become that person that will know how to manage that $1 million, God will reward you because you're proving to the universe that you are capable. But if you're not doing nothing that is proving yourself, then of course you're going to receive nothing. This is the beautiful sunset for the night, guys. I'm about to finish this runoff. And, yeah, you can even see the city over there a little bit. Nothing crazy. So, yeah, I'm just going to finish this runoff and, I mean, call it a day. Go get back on the charts for London session. And, you know, this is just something I wanted to speak about because it really means a lot when you actually have goals and ambitions, and God will reward you.